Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: you didn't just succeed, you excelled. Sydney man wins Microsoft Excel World Championship for third straight year. The 2023 WAS Honor Roll, students with the highest adders revealed. Pushy telefundraisers pressure pensioner into donating $18,000 as family calls for crackdown. Don't believe BBC dumpsters, the Conservatives are delivering. Make more Italians, Elon Musk says as star guest at PM's political conference. You didn't just succeed, you excelled. Sydney man wins Microsoft Excel World Championship for third straight year. ABC. Sydney actuary Andrew Nye has won the Microsoft Excel World Championship for the third consecutive year. In a competition that sees data crunchers solve problems using Excel spreadsheets, Nye was crowned champion at an esports event in Las Vegas, which was streamed online and broadcast live on TV. Nye said the competition was pretty intense, with half an hour per case. He said his preparation involved doing past cases and that his family and friends were very supportive of his Excel tournament participation. The 2023 WAS Honor Roll, students with the highest adders revealed. The Sydney Morning Herald. A total of 17 students in Western Australia received a perfect ATAR score of 99.95. The students were ecstatic upon learning their results and shared their excitement with family and friends. The students offered advice to future graduates, encouraging them to take breaks, spend time doing things they love, and focus on achieving personal bests rather than numbers. Pushy telefundraisers pressure pensioner into donating $18,000 as family calls for crackdown. ABC. A pensioner with cerebral palsy was exploited by telefundraisers who signed him up for more than 800 direct debits to Australian charities, resulting in him giving over $18,000 over 6 years. John Carter's savings dipped by more than half and the financial strain forced him to draw down on his savings. The professional fundraising industry, which uses artificial intelligence, is seeing a larger number of donation calls going to the homes of everyday Australians and is self-regulated. The Council on the Aging acting CEO Corey Earlham said businesses and professional fundraisers often took advantage of older people. Don't believe BBC dumpsters, the Conservatives are delivering. Telegraph. The UK has seen political stability, economic growth, inflation halved, tax cuts, and efforts to address people's priorities in the past year, writes Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden. He highlights the growth in wages, the reduction in inflation, tax cuts, and increased investment in businesses. Dowden also mentions the UK's strong economy, its leading position in AI research, and its large tech and clean energy sectors. He criticizes those who seek to talk down the UK's progress and argues against the idea that a Labour government is inevitable, saying it would be a high-risk choice. Make more Italians, Elon Musk says as star guest at PM's political conference. CNN. Tesla CEO Elon Musk spoke at an annual conference in Rome, Italy, organized by the Brothers of Italy Party. Musk urged Italians to have more children to help combat the country's low birth rate and preserve its culture. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, who founded the conference, invited Musk personally. The Tesla CEO also discussed topics such as the woke mind virus and artificial intelligence. Boots to introduce AI personal shopper to boost web sales. Telegraph. Boots is reportedly testing an artificial intelligence (AI) chatbot that would act as a personal shopper on its website. The chatbot, powered by ChatGPT, would offer recommendations and suggestions for beauty products to shoppers. The service is expected to focus on beauty products rather than pharmacy sales. Boots' plans are part of a growing trend among retailers, with other companies, such as Zalando and Klarna, also exploring the use of ChatGPT-powered bots. Boots aims to improve the customer experience on its website, which has historically faced criticism. The retailer's website sales were up more than 20% in October following an overhaul. SenseTime's founder Tang Xiaoyu dies at age 55, AI company says. South China Morning Post. Tang Xiaoyu, the founder of Chinese artificial intelligence company SenseTime, has died at the age of 55. The company announced his death on its official WeChat account, stating that Tang passed away on December 15 after succumbing to an illness. SenseTime, which went public in Hong Kong in December 2021, is one of China's leading AI companies and develops technology for applications such as autonomous driving, medical imaging, and augmented reality. Tang, who was the company's largest shareholder, was listed by Forbes as the 33rd richest person in Hong Kong in February. Rishi Sunak gets warm welcome at right-wing political rally in Rome. Telegraph. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has visited Rome to meet with Giorgia Meloni, leader of the Brothers of Italy Party. The pair discussed migration and artificial intelligence, and Sunak delivered a speech at a political rally organized by Meloni's party. The event took place in a Christmas village and featured speeches by Albanian Prime Minister Edi Rama and Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Sunak and Meloni have developed a close relationship since being elected within days of each other in 2021. Our music tastes are stuck in the past, and AI is ruining the future. Telegraph. The music industry is experiencing a changing of the guard as pop superwomen, like Taylor Swift and Beyoncé, dominate the charts and break records with their tours. Swift's ongoing Eras tour is expected to generate $1.5 billion, surpassing Elton John's farewell tour as the highest-grossing tour in history. However, despite the success of female artists, festivals continue to have predominantly male headline bills, with only 18% of headliners in the UK being female. The death of Sinead O'Connor and the troubling autobiography of Britney Spears serve as reminders of the challenges women in popular music have faced for decades. While the industry mourns the loss of legendary artists like Tina Turner, Jeff Beck, and Tony Bennett, it struggles to find replacements for the stars of the past. The average age of this year's Glastonbury Festival headliner was 53, and apart from Dua Lipa and Lewis Capaldi, there are few young British artists who stand out. The UK also lost nearly 16% of its grassroots music venues in 2023, threatening the development of future talent. Additionally, the rise of artificial intelligence, AI, poses a new threat to the music industry, as machine-generated tracks flood streaming platforms, potentially leading to fraudulent activity and an overwhelming amount of content. The music industry is grappling with the changing landscape and the absence of shared and trusted filters to navigate through the vast amount of music available. While AI-generated music may be gaining popularity in certain genres, it raises concerns about the authenticity and future of the industry. The influx of AI-generated tracks, along with the closure of small venues and the dominance of nostalgia-driven big-ticket events, paints a complex picture of the music industry's future. It's time for Canadians to get over our collective aversion to the word productivity. The Toronto Star. Productivity in Canada has been declining, which is impacting the country's ability to pay higher wages, deliver better public services, and improve the quality of life of Canadians, according to a new economic outlook from law firm Bennett Jones. Since the beginning of 2020, Canada's real GDP per capita has been shrinking by 0.5% per year, while the US's GDP per capita has been growing by 1.6% per year. To turn this around, Canada needs to focus on raising output per hour worked, or productivity. This can be achieved through investment in tools, training, and innovation, as well as a focus on the country's strengths in world markets. The report suggests that a three-way conversation between the government, businesses, and workers is needed to collaborate on strategic ways to invest in a more productive labor force. Additionally, governments should shift the burden of taxation toward consumption and away from investment, and work with businesses to keep doors open for exports. With a concerted effort, Canada could boost its economy's capacity and re-establish its standard of living as one of the best in the world. Founder of China AI software developer SenseTime dies. Nikkei Asia. Tang Xiao, the founder of SenseTime Group, one of China's largest AI firms, has died. The company did not disclose details about the cause of death or his age. Tang, a professor at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, started SenseTime, which has experienced significant growth due to the demand for its facial recognition technology. SenseTime expressed its condolences on its official WeChat account. Chart of the week: the light at the end of the Fed's tunnel gets brighter. Yahoo! The Federal Reserve's decision to lower interest rates next year is expected to bring relief to investors who have been grappling with high rates. The Fed's rates have been intended to cool down an overheating economy, but the move is expected to offer a reprieve to sectors, stocks, and investors that doubted the signals markets have been sending throughout 2018. Cutting through the noise: the consequences of unpredictable markets. The Globe and Mail. Investment professionals often try to predict short-term market movements, but the reality is that no one knows what the market will do in the short to medium term. Stock prices are influenced by a multitude of factors, many of which are unpredictable and constantly changing. Furthermore, human behavior and emotion play a significant role in stock market volatility. Instead of trying to time the market, investors should focus on long-term returns and stay diversified. Automatic monthly contributions can help remove the temptation to market time. How cinema finally shook its fatal obeson with superheroes. Telegraph. The year 2023 was a turbulent one for the film industry, with both Disney and Warner Brothers celebrating their centenaries amid strikes by writers and actors. The strikes were prompted by various issues, including the rising threat of artificial intelligence, with actors unhappy about studios keeping CG replicas of them on file for future projects. Both studios saw their reputations dragged through the mud as Hollywood's boardroom tier was out of touch with the artistic community. Furthermore, the year saw some major box office flops, including Warner Bros. DC Comics blockbuster The Flash and Disney's The Marvels. This may be due to a turn away from franchise films and a desire for films that offer more substance and surprise. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer and Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse were both successful, offering fresh and innovative approaches to filmmaking. Overall, 2023 was a landmark year for animation, despite some major flops, and hinted at a potential shift in the industry away from franchise films. That's all the news for today, folks. It's been quite a diverse mix of stories, from a man winning the Microsoft Excel World Championship for the third time in a row to the pushy telefundraisers taking advantage of vulnerable individuals. We also heard from Elon Musk, who made an interesting comment about Italians needing to have more children. And let's not forget about the music industry's struggle to adapt to AI-generated music and the declining productivity in Canada. Now, let's dive into some analysis. Starting with Andrew Nye's Excel Championship win, it's clear that he truly excelled in this competition. I mean, who knew Excel could be so intense? I can't help but imagine the excitement in the room as these data crunchers battled it out with spreadsheets. Nye's dedication to preparing for the event by doing past cases shows that Excel isn't just a tool for number crunching, it's a competitive sport. Moving on to the high-achieving students in Western Australia, it's great to see their excitement and enthusiasm. They've certainly earned their spots on the honor roll with their perfect ATAR scores. And their advice to future graduates is spot on: take breaks, focus on personal bests, and enjoy the things you love. Numbers don't define success, after all. Now, let's talk about the unfortunate story of John Carter, the pensioner who was pressured into donating $18,000 by telefundraisers. It's truly disheartening to see vulnerable individuals being taken advantage of like this. It's a reminder that we need stricter regulations in place to protect people from these kinds of predatory practices. Switching gears to the UK, Deputy Prime Minister Oliver Dowden wants us to know that the Conservatives are delivering. According to him, they've achieved political stability, economic growth, tax cuts, and more. But let's not forget that politicians tend to have a way with words, so take these claims with a pinch of salt. It's always good to look at the bigger picture and consider different perspectives. And speaking of different perspectives, let's talk about Elon Musk's appearance at a political conference in Italy. His comment about Italians needing to have more children certainly raised some eyebrows. It's not every day that you hear a billionaire CEO advocating for population growth. But hey, maybe he's onto something. After all, Italy does have one of the lowest birth rates in the world. So, Italians, get to work. Now, let's talk about Boots and their new AI personal shopper. It seems like every retailer is jumping on the AI bandwagon these days. But hey, if it improves the customer experience and helps boost web sales, then why not? Just remember, AI may be smart, but it's no substitute for good old human interaction. In sad news, the founder of SenseTime, Tang Xiaoyu, has passed away. SenseTime is one of China's leading AI companies, and Tang's contributions to the field of artificial intelligence will be remembered. Our thoughts go out to his family and colleagues during this difficult time. And finally, let's discuss the music industry's struggle with AI-generated music and the decline in productivity in Canada. It's clear that the music industry is going through a major transformation, with AI-generated tracks flooding streaming platforms and small venues closing down. As for Canada, it's time for them to focus on productivity and find ways to boost their economy's capacity. Collaboration between the government, businesses, and workers is key to achieving this. So, there you have it, folks. A wide range of stories that remind us of the ups and downs of life in our world. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on these stories? Do you agree with Elon Musk's call for Italians to have more children? And how do you feel about AI-generated music flooding the industry? Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.